takes the creativity.
Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna say. I was gonna say it takes time, bro, but I'm not even gonna say it a lot
Yeah.
like that, bro. Because
you get the right people, bro.
if you get the right people, because if you get the right people, it just fall into place.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
and more or less, like a lot of times, you'll have the people around you.
Yeah,
Already.
right in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And like even then, because it's people I'm like from high school, I'm reconnecting with and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like people who make video, do edit videos,
Yeah.
do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at that point, you know, it just like I said, I was about to say lie and say I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I got the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the motivation, and then the creativity. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Because like I said, even when you can tell. Like when you're going through some shit, like you can tell, like you just not in your creative mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Because you just like distracted by all the other bullshit life got for you. You know?
What?
So, like,
just thinking about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Same with my real estate shit. Like, nigga, I
real.
need like peace of mind. Like I was telling my girl that prior to podcast, like yesterday, I was like, damn, bro, I need like peace. I need you to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to come home and you argue about crazy. Like I can't make the plays I need to make for us to, you know what I'm saying, be straight if you go keep on just crying or playing about crazy shit. Like little tiny. Like
stuff that is trivial, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
stuff like you think about it and like in the long run, shit.
It won't matter.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter
like,
at
wow.
all. Wait,
okay.
so you do work like you work on the side with your real estate stuff?
Yeah, I still work.
Oh, so exactly. So
yeah,
like
I'm still busting my ass.
That's
bro.
the thing.
Still busting my ass.
Because you guys rents due every month.
Yeah, and if you're not selling nothing, you're not making no money.
And especially for the real estate business, I know for like car dealerships, you gotta be hungry, but like for real estate, you gotta be hungry.
You gotta want this shit for
exactly.
Real. And you spending money constantly on it. It ain't free either. You steady spending money every month.
Cause you gotta, I'm guessing like when you gotta go on a business trip, you gotta pay your gas.
Man, I'm paying everything, and then I'm paying the office fee, $100 office fee, and then on that I'm paying the MLS fee. It's like all these fees, bro, and it's like, bro, you gotta have money to even try to participate. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So, when did you start doing all this? Like first.
I started like actually taking it serious. Pandemic was like a blessing, right? I ain't gonna lie. But, like, I've been thinking about it. Like, I was in high school saying this shit. Bro. I was like, man, I'm going to get my... I ain't going to say I'm going to get it, but I'm saying I'm going to be a real estate agent. And I'm going to have all these tattoos and all this shit, I used to always say that, bro. And everybody used to laugh and be like, Joe, you too this, you too funny, you too crazy. But I was like, bro, I'm going to do it. I just used to, you know what I'm saying, say it, but I ain't take it serious until, like, pandemic, for real.
So, I kind of understand the business of how, like, real estate works from a general standpoint. But, like, when it comes to making, like... At least, like, when it comes to, like, getting people to bid on houses, when it comes to, like, even finding those properties that you even want to look into selling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what all, like, do you take into mind, like, when it comes to, like, finding houses that you want to, like, get out there, and houses that you want to get on the market?
Houses I want to get on the market?
Yeah.
It's a thing called MLS. I was just talking about the MLS fee I pay every month. It's like a website to where all these real estate agents got access to, and they post they, like, current listings. So... those are the ones that's gonna be on the market, and bro, that shit it's easy, bro. But it's like the money you gotta put behind it. I'm telling you, like you gotta want it to in order to keep it going, bro. Like you ain't go get like sitting around and like not even call. You gotta cold call, bro. I hate cold calling at first cause like I don't like being on the phone.
Cold calling?
Yeah, you gotta cold call.
What's that?
Like say for instance, your name pop up in like the fucking. I type in. People that want to buy in this area, and then like your name pop up or something, like just randomly calling you up, saying my name, where I work, and are you interested and are you selling at the time or like anything like
fishing basically.
Yes. Yeah. So you gotta do that, and that's like, but I got some deals from that though.
Okay.
Crazy.
Like, I know you get those like rude ass people. Like,
oh yeah.
What?
Man, that crush your fucking heart, especially like if you ain't like. Like, I went through a lot of shit, so a lot of this shit don't even matter to me, so. But, like, if you ain't a strong person like that, like, crush your dreams, bro. Because they'd be like, don't nobody want to do this with you, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop calling me forever and cuss you out. And
it just make you just more, it just unmotivate you a little bit.
Yeah, that motivate me, but, like, any other person, like, you don't never know how they built, so it's like, it's a blessing, bro.
After a while, that's the shit, just, like, whatever don't kill you, just make you stronger. You
right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? And, like, even, like, sitting doing this, like, put my first one out, like I recorded my first podcast, just hearing my voice back and shit.
Yeah.
Like, Like, what's what I sound like?
Right,
it's
right.
Like,
you got to build the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And after a while, it just becomes second nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So like, so did you like get a You said did you finish at York?
No, I didn't. So
Okay.
I have a crazy story about that, man.
All right.
Damn, I ain't never said this, but that's crazy.
Oh no, you good? You good?
So this dude used to cut hair back at York. He used to cut hair for everybody because it's hard to like get haircuts out there. Like everybody there mostly white. You know what I'm saying?
So
it's
like I said, especially if you're not from there,
right?
You don't know anybody.
Nobody.
Exactly.
So we getting haircuts from this nigga. We paying him like $20 or $10 a haircut.
On side note with that, bro, I feel like as just a trait, all black men should know how to cut hair. So
yeah,
on some level.
Yeah,
you know
for real, a hustle. That's a hustle. But he was cutting hair or whatever. And one night, a day before I was going out of town with my boy, he was going back to Chicago, where he from. We was going there for like Thanksgiving or something. And I had nowhere. I didn't want to go 8 hours back home because I live all the way in Texas at the time. But anyway, I get a haircut and don't pay the dude that the next day. I don't pay him until I get back. So I was going to pay him when I got back. But he thought I wasn't going to pay him at all because we used to pay him like right then. I was like, I'm cash app you. So I didn't cash app him. But I told him I got the money for you when I get back. But anyway, this dude, bro, go in my room. I don't know how he get in my room, but anyway, get in my room, bro. Bleach all my clothes. Set my, tear everything up, bro. To where I can't even wear nothing else in my dorm no more. Or even later, bro. Like, for real, he fucked my whole shit. Like, police.
Bleached everything?
Bro, everything.
You can't get nothing. You can't get none of that shit back, neither.
So, the whole time I'm thinking, like, when I first started, like, damn, what bitch I made mad? Because that's like some bitch shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, girls go do that, if anybody.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, what? And then word get around, hit this dude do it. I'm like, wow. And I can't even go confront him because the police already involved. Everybody done told. They coming back investigating my room, like, trying to see what's going on. And I'm like, my mom come all the way back down. So it's a lot of shit, man.
Bro, to take bleach, like, to take bleach and throw it on somebody's shit?
Yeah, so, like, yeah, that
for,
really.
For what, a $10 haircut?
15, 20, like, you know.
Still,
anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
It hurt his feelings. So anyway, like after that, I couldn't even go to that school. They wouldn't even let me at the school no more because they thought I was threat or something to the man. Like I couldn't even go to that school no more. So I got kicked out.
He basically lied on you and everything. Okay.
So I didn't even have a fair chance. So basketball career down the drain because somebody else.
Wait, how long have you been at York when that happened?
I was there like 6, 7 months.
Okay, so you was it ain't like you just happened there, like when you just got there.
Yeah,
so you got to play a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I wasn't there a full year,
but
I was crushed. Like that's all I wanted to do was hoop, bro.
I know the feeling.
You know, like so you want.
I know the feeling as an athlete, bro.
Yeah, man.
I was thinking about this earlier, actually. That point, it's just like I was driving around, and I was thinking, I was like, there's a point where it comes like where you gotta stop being an athlete, and like that can be traumatizing for some people, bro.
Man, what?
Because,
it was hard for me.
Exactly, because like you gotta leave your life behind. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you did.
That's all you used to do.
Exactly. That's all you used to think about all the time.
Yeah.
And like I explained my football career. Shit. See, I was only healthy for my senior year.
Yeah.
Because I had tore my ACL my sophomore year.
Damn.
And before that, I had so my ankles were overpronating, and I had like hella flat feet.
Both of them?
Yes. And so like the doctor basically said like if you keep like playing like this, like your feet gonna break eventually.
What the fuck?
And so they're like it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. So I had that surgery on both of them, and then tore my ACL like 3 months after I came back playing my sophomore year. And so then I didn't play my junior year at all. And then my senior year, I finally got healthy. Didn't play. I wasn't team. Wasn't starting or nothing. So
right.
I mean, I got some time, and I went to a redshirt tryout over at Blinn, in Brenham.
Okay.
And they had like just like a little tryout, open tryout they have, and I get there, bro. It's like 250 guys for the afternoon session alone.
Damn.
Yes, and that's just skill positions only. Like so, I'm just talking just receivers, linebackers, running backs, DBs, and quarterbacks. That's it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, damn. I'm seeing dudes like he 6'1", 190 my position. I'm like, damn. And so I ended up getting a red shirt spot actually.
Yeah.
And so I took that and tried to run with it. And same thing is like
right.
the way they did it over there is kind of like
what school you was at?
That was at Blinn.
Oh, Blinn.
So Blinn, Brenham, Blinn, because Blinn got like 4 campuses.
Okay.
People actually don't know Blinn got a football team. Like,
Yeah.
because they don't know, like, because we know, like, Cam Newton and,
Right,
like,
right.
Last Chance U and everything.
Damn, you just made me remember. Like,
Exactly.
damn, Cam did go to Blinn.
There's a lot of dudes. I was watching yesterday, actually, because I remember names. And there was a dude who was playing for Ohio State. He was on TV, actually. And they said his name. I was like, oh, I played with him. He was at Blinn because he had transferred from Auburn.
Yeah.
And then transferred to Blinn and then got an offer from Ohio State. So,
Man, see, them little schools really be helping you, too. Like, if you a good-ass athlete, bro.
Seriously, it's like, all you got to do with those schools, bro, is just do what you know to do. You know what I mean?
That's it.
And, like, even then, it's kind of sad because, like, I still see, like, the bad side of it where you see those dudes that, like, are cold, do everything right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get looks. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it hurt. Like I say, it hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then like to get what I'm saying, like I started working when I left Blinn, and they kind of left me with like we got a spot. We want a spot for you, but you know what I mean? We're trying to we got guys coming in, and so I just at that point it's kind of like I'm not even working out no more, and it's probably 1,000. It's thousands of people who would even be want to just even talk to the coach, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm sitting here texting them, you know what I mean? I was like, Coach, honestly, you can give my spot to somebody else, you know? Like,
you told him it?
Yeah, like, you know, like if I'm not, I'm not even I haven't worked out in a month, like I'm not in it, you know what I mean? And like at that point, it's like I was saying earlier, bro, I started working, getting money in my pocket, you know what I mean? And
That's
so like exactly, it's a good ass feeling you got some money in your hand. And so at that point, I just stopped playing ball, and even then, you have those like little flashbacks of like, man, what could what if you know what I'm saying? Like just different timeline, but it's like letting that letting that part of your life go is hard. You know what I mean?
That is traumatizing.
Exactly. And a lot of times, a lot of people walking around, bro, we all just kind of athletes that didn't make it to the next level, bro. Honestly,
that was my first dream. Like, that'll kill your spirit too. Like it'll make you not want to do nothing. Like at first, when I first happened, I was like, bro. That's all I wanted to do. I ain't even want to work, bro. I ain't even want to get no job or nothing, bro. I just wanted to hoop.
Exactly.
And I was like hitting licks on the side with my partners and shit, but I wasn't hooping and like I wasn't working and then like I said I wasn't gonna get no job.
Exactly.
That's like a mantra. Like I would never, you know what I'm saying?
Because like just that mindset of just working your whole life is just like no.
Was never into it.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah.
So like. It's got to happen though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, like I said, just it's the same thing. Like I said, with real estate and everything, bro. It just you look at it as one thing for a second, and then you realize like it opens a bunch of more doors for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like damn. It's like I didn't even know I could do all this, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stuff you thought about here and there. You know what I'm saying? But you had that main goal in your head, and so. I don't know. It's all about got focus. You know what I mean? Focus on what you want. That's
Keep going, bro.
That's it.
For real.
Stay motivated. That's really it.
It's hard to stay motivated,
especially nowadays. I actually got to watch a lot of those like mental health videos and stuff on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. And
at first, like, cause a lot of people like I say like maybe not even 2 years ago. Probably like 3 or 4 years ago, I would have said this shit corny, right? Like, what you watching that shit for, bro? Be happy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then like, you go through your own shit, and it's like, oh damn, it's like fuck, this shit real. And so I was watching shit like that, and it's talking about like dopamine detoxes and like, especially like just all the dopamine you get just from watching TV, all the like media we consume and stuff on a daily basis and stuff, and like. But I was watching stuff about that and how just like stuff like just getting off your phone, going outside, just help your mental way better. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. That's crazy because everybody I think go through that little stage to where they into that type of shit, but some of them take it and they'll go for like the Erykah Badu shit. They'll go all the way there, or to some Jim Carrey shit. Like you know Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
You know where he is like right now. How he be talking and
I've seen like posts about him on like Instagram and stuff and like some of his quotes and whatnot. Yeah. But like I don't know like is he still making movies and stuff?
I don't think so because he had a different level. Like, he vibrating at a different level,
that's
bro.
Why,
like,
I'm going to look this up real quick.
He ain't crazy enough, but, like, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like,
go to Google Chrome.
That's how that's what level you on right now. Like,
hold on. So,
he on some what's that nigga name? Brandon Jordan shit.
Brandon Jordan?
Brandon T. Jackson.
Oh, Brandon T. Jackson?
You know what I'm talking about?
He same way, too?
Yeah, he then went there, like, yeah, it's not a bad thing, but I don't know, like, I don't know what to call it. Like, it's not a bad thing.
It's like, you feel like it's no going back. If you're at that point. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
Like,
it's like to the point where it's just like you at peace with everything, like I don't know. Just you see the simplicity of everything, you know what I mean? And I don't know. It's like after that, you don't think life would be the same. You know what I mean?
Right.
Getting kind of like, I want to say like indoctrinated to society, I guess, and like with the stuff that we think is like normal and whatnot.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So Jim Carrey said he don't make.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. He a smart motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. As a comedian, like all comedians are. You know what I'm saying?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, especially.
Yeah.
Even Kevin Hart too. You just hear him talk about you just sit down and hear him just talk about like life and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See,
that and business and.
It's not saying that he's like.
It ain't. Click on one of his videos. You should have him like on YouTube.
Yeah, news. Oh, he's still acting. Hold on.
He is.
Yes, he looks to play a new like Marvel villain actually.
That's some shit. Yeah, I can see.
But no, I see those things like here Jim Carrey philosophy. What was that?
Yeah, he like
talk. Hold on. The real you. Oh snap. Okay, yeah.
You see him?
Mm-hmm. I watched a video. It's a motivational video about that too. Liam Neeson is the voiceover. You know the movie Taken?
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like the voiceover for it, and like he just talks about how like it's really just uplifting video and like what's the word I'm looking for? Not like a manifestation video. Cause I'm starting to hate that word. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like, you know, I'm starting to. It's not
stupid.
It's not. I'm starting to hate it, bro. It just gets said too much. I want to say it gets said too much, but it almost becomes like too cliche.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like you ain't doing what you talking about. Like, they just you can't talk about something and not put it in action and get the reward. Like
exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But no, it's like just like that. Like even from like the smallest point of like you don't even know who you really are yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, from what I said, I haven't watched this, but hold on, let's see if
yeah.
I ain't figured out. It's one thing, like I said, doing all this by yourself. I ain't figured out how to take this and put it on the screen too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
But yeah,
once you get everything right, this shit could be lit. I want to be a part of this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It's like a men's health. I guess like a menshealth.com. Hold on, say like
it's gonna be some big shit.
He want to be erased forever. Like what?
Like he on that type of level. Like Mike Tyson, he be doing the same shit. Like he'll sneak off in that level, and you can catch him hearing. Like if you watch the podcast, he got a podcast too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it.
Like he'll drift off into it for a little minute, then he'll bounce back to.
Bounce back to kind of like life and reality. They actually had it was a thing on ESPN with him talking about DMT.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, they got Mike Tyson on ESPN talking about DMT, bro. You know
Crazy.
What I mean? Crazy shit.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how like the same thing I just said, bro. Just goes back to like the simplicity of stuff, you know, simplicity of life. And like I was saying earlier, like I said, not overthinking shit too.
Right.
You know? And just going with that very first, you ever listen to that very first like
yes.
voice in your head? And then like, and sometimes that's the guy too, you know.
Stop procrastinating.
Exactly.
Man. For real.
Because like everything's not. That's like being a perfectionist too, and like learning that like everything's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be the way it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, I've been watching so much shit on this, bro. Like, there was another one I watched. This like just like how Jim Carrey said he would like to be erased forever. It's kind of go along with the same thing. It's like he was talking about how why you should be your own leader, I guess, and why you shouldn't follow anybody. He said there's a story about how a man like said don't follow me. He's like, but why? Like, you know everything. He said, no, not necessarily. He's like, pull out a map. He said, look at this map. He said, what do you see? He said, well, I see where the house is. I see where the river is. He's like, no, you see a depiction of where it is. It's just a map. He said, you got to go there and see it for yourself to know exactly where it's at. Yeah. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, you don't think about this. He said, you don't know what. So it could have changed. It could have get hit by a flood and not be there no more. No, you know what I mean?
See?
And so like, yeah, that's where it is. Like, no, that's what it looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to actually get into it to know what it is. You know what I mean?
Man, for real. That's the same thing when, if you watch, you fuck with Kanye or not?
Bro, Kanye's such a hard, it's like, because, I mean, leaving everything in the past, you know what I mean? As an artist, bro, all 100% respect to Kanye West as an artist. You know what I mean? Just when he went, like, I guess going through that public stage, like that mass publicity stage when he was going through saying all that shit and everything, and then coming back around, it's kind of like, okay, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know how I feel about celebrities really anymore, but like, no, I fuck with Kanye West though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because like, I'm just saying, like, he like-minded like us, like not even like us, like Jim Carrey and them. We was talking about, like, he he'll drift out. That's when they'll say, "Oh, you crazy." And shit. Like sometimes, most of the time, they be talking facts, like facts, and like people will call him crazy because they'll be like, "Nah, I don't want that out," or you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just saying, like the smart people like him get looked over to where like, okay, you kind of crazy, bro. That's why I like with Jim Carrey. I don't know what to call it. Like it ain't bad, but it's like
It's not like.
I don't know what to call it.
It's just. I guess it's just call it reality.
Yeah.
Because even when I'm trying to even minor in philosophy too, and so that's why I like to look a lot into philosophy and stuff.
Right.
And there was a philosopher Hegel. He says like his philosophy is basically the rationale is the reality. You know what I mean?
No, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And like you think about it, I had to read it back a second. I was like, it's just basically just means do what the fuck you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like with pandemic and everything I kind of learned within like just school classes and just watching everything happen, bro. Just it sent me down like a straight line path of how kind of life works. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like, it gets to a point where it scares you almost. You know what I mean? Because it's like it shouldn't be that damn easy. You know what I mean? Because like you've been going through all this shit and everything, but it's like it just takes the energy. You know what I'm saying? We say the motivation, but at the end of the day, bro, just the energy. You know what I mean? And it's as simple as like the energy is whatever inside you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever inside you at the time, whatever inside your head. You know, even like if you mad or something. You know what I mean? Just the people like forget how like what word am I trying to say? Shit.
Right.
People forget how the importance of just breathing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, just simply like how many times you be mad and just be
like does it really?
You know what I'm saying? And just get that air that you got in you right now and just get it out of you. You know what I'm saying? Get something else in you. You know, go outside to change your perspective. You know.
Right. You know, I've been like thinking like that, but people say I'm like you nonchalant or like, which I am, but it's like, bro, it's like that. It really don't matter what you're mad at. Like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't care either. That's what I'll be like. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that's something we ain't got time for. You know what I mean? And like I said,
worry about some real shit.
Exactly.
You know,
you know? And no, bro, just life is just.
So you think like that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people starting to think like that a lot more too, especially like in our generation too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because I'm starting to see like the kind of like the transcendence from like generation to generation to generation. You know what I mean? From like having talks with my dad and my mom and stuff,
right?
And how they think about things,
right?
And then like how like somebody who would say be like 30 to, or even like like I say like 30 to like 45 range, how they think about things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you get to our generation, it's like we have a completely different mindset about how things work. You know, like you see on Twitter and stuff, like how they talk about our generation is like so quick to quit a job. Like we don't like, man, I can go get another job. You know what I mean? Right. It's like this isn't just what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not just thinking about I gotta go to work, gotta get rent paid. You know, and our generation want to have fun.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, all generations want to have fun. You know what I mean?
Did.
And I don't know, like you start to see like how like-minded everybody is, you know what I mean? You know, and really you just gotta get out there and just talk to people, you know what I mean?
That's it. Stop being scared of how people look, you know what I'm saying? Just go for it.
Exactly. And like I said, same thing with like you doing your real estate stuff and everything, you know, same, you had to jump into it head first.
Head first, bro.
But do you pay for your license? Your own license too? Do you have to pay monthly for that too?
No, it's just one-time payment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause like as a side, just a side, like, know the information. Like, I know, like, farm techs and pharmacists, they have to pay for like, some have to pay for their license, like, month to month. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these things, like, you see on TV, it look like fun. Oh, he sold $1 million house and he get 100,000. You know what I'm saying? You see that, $1 million listings and stuff like that. You watch that?
A little bit. I watch some real estate stuff on YouTube.
But but you know how it make everything look like it's glamorous, or the worst situations they'll lose 10,000. Like they'll lose little money, but they'll never lose nothing big. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's. Go ahead.
They had the point where it's like, okay, they can do that. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, they already millionaires.
What do you feel like? How you feel about like those videos and stuff, those ads? Always some dude sitting there with some nice ass car, talking about how I make this much a month. Like I make this much a month. I do this. I don't gotta work. I don't work. We don't. He don't never say what the fuck he do. We don't. You know what I mean?
That's just the real you in though.
Like it's just like I see it all the time. It's like it sounds great.
Right.
That sounds amazing. You know what I mean? Just how? You know what I mean? And then like how do I? and you want it now. This is instant gratification. You want this shit now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, nah, you gotta wait. You know, you gotta be patient.
That's what they don't tell you. They make you pay for it.
Exactly.
They manipulate your situation and get paid for it.
Mm-hmm. That's all. That's really all it is. That's how advertising is, bro. That's how McDonald's is, bro. You just be hungry and shit, driving down the road and shit.
And McDonald's not even a fast food company.
Exactly.
They're a real estate company. See,
getting to that, man.
You seen that movie?
Was it The Founder?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched The Founder. I watched The Super Size Me.
Yeah, I seen that.
And did you watch he made another one about it actually with chicken. Actually,
I ain't seen that one.
Yeah, he actually started his own his chicken sandwich restaurant.
For real?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. He goes in about like the industry, the meat industry, and how like the ins and outs of it, and how the chicken industry really works, and like how it kind of fucks over the farmers, how it fucks over a lot of people,
right?
And how like a lot of these things that you see on like the packages and stuff that's FDA approved, like is whatever.
Yeah.
It says that, but according to what the FDA says, it really ain't what you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, going back to The Founder and everything, McDonald's buying up properties and everything. That's the thing. Like we talked about earlier, just buying up property and buying up land.
Just getting the land too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But especially with McDonald's, how many McDonald's are there, bro?
Everywhere.
And
even the small cities, bro.
Just here alone, it's like what, 3 or 4 or 5?
Exactly. I can't even count.
Exactly. And so I didn't even think about that, bro. Until you really said it, like it's like damn, like you think about it, and there's millions and millions and millions. But then you say you watch the Founder, right?
Yeah, I seen that.
And then talk about like why it goes like downhill. You know what I mean? When it comes to like paying all these people,
right?
Quality control. You know what I mean? And see how like McDonald's, like how many McDonald's you been to in the ice cream machine working?
Nah.
Exactly. 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 Shit turned into a meme. Matter of fact.
Nah, for real.
But no, that's the game now. You know what I mean? It's just like it's like a game of chess almost with these companies. You know what I mean? They moving one thing, but really it's like, nah, we doing this. Like, even. I saw something about that earlier today too. I was reading down. It's like a next door neighbor thing from when I was living with my mom and stuff. And I was reading. I was like, bro, these people be funny. This shit. It's like a neighborhood. It's like a suburb Twitter basically. Yeah. And like, the dude was talking about like Christmas lights and stuff. He's like, people had their Christmas lights and stuff up. He said, have some respect. I was like, I don't know, these niggas playing or not. But like, and people skipping over Thanksgiving. But then and some guy after that said, I'm just reading, just laughing, just like, what the fuck are these people talking about? And like, he was talking about this next outcome. He said, how about we just kind of let people do them, you know? They want to celebrate Christmas, hey, it's fine, you know what I mean? And then this one dude went in, he's like talking about how like he loves his country and stuff. I was like, bro, huh?
Just out the blue.
Yeah. And then he went on to say, this other lady said something about how like, I mean, I feel you, but like at the same time, it's Christmas time, everybody happy and stuff.
Right.
But then he brought up the fact like, but when companies like Walmart and Target and places like usher in like these decorations and usher in all these new things to kind of like forget about it, and I kind of looked at it, I was like, he on to something. You know what I mean? Like it's like he sound crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? And like that's just a spectrum though, cause like he just on that opposite side crazy. You know what I mean? Versus like this other side crazy. You know? So it's kind of like, but at the same time you hear like you actually kind of hear what he's saying. Like look what he's saying. It's like damn, you look crazy, but you might be onto something. You know what I mean? So I don't know, shit like that. But nah, bro, just society as a whole, man. We just kind of got a convoluted way of thinking.
It's backwards, like it's so backwards. I mean, they got us thinking it's so back. I mean, the way I'm thinking of it now, they had us. The way I was thinking was so backwards, like so backwards. Like,
and it looked like 3-4 years ago, bro, we had like a different mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a different mindset on how shit worked, on what we was gonna be doing, things we had going on. And it's like now we look up and it's like everything's changed.
But like the shit they wanna make you criminal for, like say you selling some weed or say you selling anything. Say you know what I'm saying, like shoes or anything. Like the entrepreneur like that, you'll get locked up for selling something on like the wrong corner. Like if you black, like you know what I'm saying. Like they try to criminalize it with
everything.
You know what I'm saying.
I was reading. I look at a lot of shit, but it was like talking about like the Delta 8 weed.
Oh yeah.
And how like Texas legalized it because like the law in Texas says it's like anything that's cannabis derived that's less than 0.3% THC is legal. Oh, and so like Delta 8 weed, it's like they have the bud and then they have like the cartridge and stuff.
It's like CBD.
It's kind of like it's like a mix between CBD and actual. It's like it can get you high if you smoke a lot of it. You're gonna get you high regardless. But then it kind of gives you that like still that same like relaxation and peace of mind and pain relieving from that like CBD would do. And so so Texas legalized it, and governor signed off and everything. And then now the Texas Department of Health and Safety is saying that no, it's still a controlled substance. And by controlled substance, that's putting it up there with LSD and heroin, which first of all, you can't even compare the two. LSD and heroin, two different things.
Right.
Because I was telling somebody earlier, I was like, I've never seen anybody on the floor in cold sweats throwing up and shit because they ain't had no LSD. You know what I'm saying? But the heroin addict though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like say you trying to put something that don't even get me high up there with heroin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then now it's like especially in Texas, there's a Texas Veterans Association that's going against it now too, saying that like trying to keep it like no, it's legal, you know, like keep it the same.
Yeah, they trying to get some money.
Exactly. No. Yeah, well, they're trying to keep that Delta 8 legal because like especially for veterans and stuff, it helps with like pain, injuries, PTSD, and everything else. You know, anxiety. So it has a lot of benefits for a lot of people, especially like I guess people like because jobs do the drug tests and stuff. But like you know, especially people who have like good jobs and like
want to smoke.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they don't want us to have fun, bro. That's
right.
all it is.
And it's like what back to that illegal shit. Like they try to make everything black people do illegal. Like you know, a lot of black people smoke weed, so of course, like you know what I'm saying. They don't make the same rules about the shit they got going. But
even the same thing, cause like they talk about it now with the cannabis industry, how most of the cannabis industry is white owned. You know what I mean? While there's still a lot of
people locked up.
While in 2020, I can get locked up for weed. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like
that part.
Exactly. In 2020, I got locked up for weed. Matter of fact, and so it's like
crazy.
And
people are making billions off of
it
legally.
Like, you know,
quote unquote.
And as a country, it's illegal. But if I go to the state over here, it's legal. But if I just here, it's illegal. So
what's going on?
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but just same thing with like alcohol and stuff. You look back at the history of how alcohol was legalized and stuff, and to say that alcohol has like any medicinal benefit at all, you know what I mean? That's no. Like they did the same thing with the 1920s. Like you seen Great Gatsby and stuff.
Yeah.
But they was drinking like a motherfucker, and they wasn't, and that shit was illegal. You know what I'm saying? That shit was just normal. Exactly. So it's like they start bootlegging, and who get rich? The gangsters and the mobsters. Yeah. And all that shit is glorified in the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Every time.
All like Al Pacino, Al Capone.
That.
Godfather. Bro. And it's like all that's glorified. You know what I mean? And then it's like when you see a movie like about that stuff in the hood, it's all like he's still in the hood, just selling drugs, trying to make it out. But then it's like these mobsters over here is like, oh, they do this on this level. They do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
still the same thing. But they just getting a lot of, they showing them getting a lot of money.
Exactly.
Get more money.
Getting more money, not getting, I mean, cops still on them, but they got cops in their back pocket and
shit like that.
Exactly. I mean, they talk
cool
about
shit.
Exactly. They talk about it in, was it Boys in the Hood? Yeah, they talk about them Boys in the Hood too.
Yeah.
When they talk about like, how many, they look around like, you don't see any chicken stands no more. It's liquor stores, you know.
Right.
You know, everywhere now is gun stores. You know, it's gun stores now. You know, so it's like they putting this around us. You know,
right in our face.
Exactly. And then I even did a podcast about this, like probably a year ago, but talking about how just the drug war in general, and how through drug war and then mass incarceration when it comes to African Americans. And they were talking about how, like, that sound keep going out, don't it?
Huh?
The sound keep going out? Okay. On my end, keep doing. Hold on. It's all good. But, no, they were talking about how from 1981 to, like, 1988 or something like that, it was, like, 1 in 4 black men were either incarcerated or on some kind of probation or parole for, like, a nonviolent offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just talking about that with my boy. Like, man, like, going back and forth. Like, bro. The proof is in the pudding. Like we was talking about a lot of shit, but we was talking about like how basically he white, you know what I'm saying? I'm black, and he talking about how white people not as racist as the TV making them, and I'm like, no, they're more racist than what they even saying. So, and we just going back and forth about the shit you talking about, mass incarceration, like the laws, like bro.
And how like a lot
it's
of the
proof.
stuff, it's not even that the law itself is racist, because you can't necessarily make a racist law on
Yeah,
paper.
but I'm saying
you can.
this. Okay,
But
you know what I'm saying.
the way they it's exactly the way they enforce it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a reason why there's even a Rogan podcast on that one. He had somebody talking on there about how there was a police officer, and she was wondering why they only really patrol and arrest people in African American communities. You know what I mean? In like urban communities, and really even then, everything goes just it's in a cycle, because being that African Americans are only 10% of the population,
Right.
you know, and that sad 10%, that little 10% right there, not a lot of that 10% making that much money. You know what I mean? And where they live in the projects, the urban communities, and the ghettos. You know what I mean? And so you come back to it, and it's like there's no money. There's no money in these communities and anything. But then police are still constantly patrolling, and that's just how it is. It's like if you look at any low income demographic, regardless of whether white, Hispanic, Black, Asian, whatever, whatever low income demographic there is, the crime rate is always going to be higher, regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So even then, the crime rate would be low, because I saw this little thing about like Native Americans and stuff. It's like back then we didn't have thieves because nothing had locks on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we didn't have the thief wasn't. Yeah, everything was everybody's. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so like even then, it's like it's the same kind of principle. You know, just because it's like it's made illegal, it's made a bad thing. You know what I mean? Right. And everybody has a sense of, I guess it's like a sense of possession. I guess you know, a sense of possession that something is theirs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, really. You think about it with life, like my car was mine, you know what I mean? Now I totaled it, and then now it's gone, you know what I mean? It's not even mine no more, you know? Not nobody took it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just that it's gone, you know?
The universe.
Exactly.
Yeah, it happened like that.
Exactly, to the universe. And so.
But I ain't mean to say like an legal law, but like.
No, you on the right track with it.
But like,
I know exactly
that's like saying like no dreads or like no braids. If you can't have none of that, if you can't play. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do that. Like, who has dreads and braids? Not saying not saying you can't get them, but most likely who would have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, use your head. Like,
you know, but then like if a white person did have dreads, all of a sudden it's cultural appropriation too. You know, or like they make that argument. Which if a white person has dreads, bro, if you rocking them, bro, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Who gives a fuck?
Exactly. Like, but like I said, everything's made. It's just either stereotypes or just categorizing. You know what I mean? Putting something into like giving it that notion, you know what I mean? And like same thing I was talking about the police officer. Yeah. A police officer basically told her after she asked that question, it's like you basically just go for the low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? Why you think police? Like I said, why you think there's 4 times more police in like low income communities, and why you think there's more crime? Because more police are there to look for what? More crime.
Of course, you gonna find more. Like,
well, you're gonna find what you're looking for regardless. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you could find me even in Jacksonville. Like there was a thing in Jacksonville where they were pulling people over for jaywalking. You know what I mean? And like they said, like it'd been like hundreds of tickets just in that like small little area in a small region downtown in a poor area. It was just they handing out just jaywalking tickets. You know what I mean? $500 fines and stuff. Oh, you can't pay that? Oh, you get a warrant for your arrest. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like everybody says it all the time, over and over, but it's the system. You know what I mean? It's literally the system. You know.
If we really want to beat it, guess what? You know
exactly.
You gotta become like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be in there. Like you gotta black people gotta start like getting in the office, like for real. Like if you really want to change, like all talking about it ain't gonna do nothing. But like you really want to change, I feel like we gotta become those centers, become those. You know, that's what I feel like. How you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel from my standpoint, I'll say this, and I want to see what you think after I say it. But I feel like at the same time, the black community does shoot itself in the foot a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, and
that's what going back to they got us in this cycle to where we think is right. Like, you know.
Do you think that? Not to get like too deep in nothing, but it's the podcast. Fuck it.
We're getting deep.
Shit. You think like religion plays a role in keeping people in that same mindset a little bit? Like not like in a sense of like it keeps people doing just the same thing over and over and over, because regardless of what religion you see people all over the world with riches and everything regardless of what religion they are, you know what I mean? And where you see people prosperous everywhere, but like in sense of like going through, like I said, going through everyday life and like everything's okay, and that like God's gonna keep blessing you, going to church, doing the same thing.
Yeah, like
and that's why why I think people why I think people stop going to church a lot too. You know what I mean?
You said
like,
why?
Yeah, exact same reason people that stop going to church as much.
Yeah.
I guess you go for it. Trying to reap benefits of church. I guess while still doing the same things you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's a concept in my head. Just goes
No, I know exactly what you mean. Cause so society got us in that rotation you was talking about, as far as going to church, doing the right thing, get a job, But I'm telling you, social media really messed a lot of that up, cause as far as our perspective on life, we want the instant gratification. Back what you was talking about,
exactly.
We ain't finna work 20 years at a job just to, you know what I'm saying, That's what our moms and dads did. I'm not finna do that. Look, it did. You know what I'm saying? It didn't pay off for them in the long run. So why would I go for that? Gotta try something different.
Yeah, I guess I feel like our goals are. I don't know, that we feel like our goals are more attainable. I guess in our generation, but I feel like at the same time, our parents say my mom always tried to tell me, well, when I had to go study, I had to go to the library.
I mean, yeah, they had a lot of stuff going on as well.
But they had to do. You feel like they had to do just a lot. They felt like they had to do a lot more with what they had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like they had it way harder. Man. I even feel like that. Bro, if you made it during them times, you was the GOAT. Exactly. Michael Jordan, all them was GOATs for a legend. For a reason.
It's you look how fast technology is sped up in the past even 20 years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so and then we're part of that age. You know what I mean? We're in that age, that digital age.
Yeah.
We're literally born into this.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off the heels of the 80s and stuff, 80s and 90s, with when it comes to how the influence on drugs, influence on just music and media in general, all together.
All
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just how we got to this point as us, I guess, in our generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I was just saying, if you black and doing something anything, bro, you gotta salute it, because it's so hard for us to do anything. So if we doing above, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You even know it. You know he had to do more than the other person would, even any position, anywhere, anything, regardless of what you're doing.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Chris Rock said he said it on the stand-up. He was like, a white C student could be president, but said if you want to be president as a black person, you got to be. You see, Obama went to Harvard. Harvard, you know what I'm saying? Harvard Law School. You know what I mean?
Real.
You got to be the cream of the crop.
Gotta be bigger than big, man.
Yeah, where George Bush went? A&M?
Who?
Where George Bush?
George Bush? Did he? Oh yeah. I think George Bush Senior did.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
I think his dad did.
Wait, where George Bush Jr. go to?
They probably all did. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. George Bush.
Cause I know they had his little funeral through here.
Yeah. George Bush Jr.
Shut the whole city down.
College, I guess.
Did he go here too?
He had to. Education. Yeah, he went to Harvard. Okay, yeah, Harvard.
Who? Senior?
Yeah, George Bush Jr. Actually.
Oh, Junior?
Yeah. Okay, and he went to Harvard too. My bad. Hey, I ain't cap on. I'll take it back.
That's crazy.
But no, it's just you just gotta break. I don't know, breaking that cycle, breaking your mindset too is hard. Sometimes you have things in life that just break your mindset naturally.
Yeah.
How do you how to do a hard reset and everything.
Man, what?
Some people, I don't know. I can't you look at it and it's how do you ever go through a life without I can imagine going through a life where everything's good. You know what I mean?
Oh, I would love it.
It's kind of just people call it ignorance. It's just ignorance. That's really all it is. You know what I mean? You ignorant to the bad stuff, which, I said, at the same time, bro, it's not bad to be that happy. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, I see how motherfuckers be like, man, that shit corny. No, what the fuck you so happy, man? You know what I mean?
Let him do what he want to do.
What you smiling for at 7 a.m. in the morning? It's bro, I'm in a good mood. You know
what
I mean?
Maybe I want to smile.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just it's all about it's all about perspective. That's why I called the podcast at first. It was called Perspective, and I keep coming back to it over and over. It's that's all you can really do is just kind of listen to other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because there's a whole nother world and that's inside that person's head. You know what I mean?
For real.
Now, when you talking earlier, you said you live in Texas when you went to York. I wanted to jump back onto that topic.
Yeah.
But because you were from Louisiana though, right?
Yeah, originally.
Okay, you New Orleans?
New Orleans, yeah, originally.
So what was it like growing up there?
I grew up. I was 3 when I moved, so it's
okay,
I barely even, you know what I'm saying? But I moved to Shreveport, which is 8 hours away.
Okay.
Either 8 or 6. You know know what I'm saying? No way.
How different was it from like living in like Louisiana, Texas? Was it like that?
Big difference, man.
Really?
Everybody in Louisiana was more aggressive. Like, not as a bad thing, but like more as like had a protection shield up. Like more, I don't know, like
a guard,
like a guard. Like,
yeah, like
not mean for no reason, but they once you get to know them, you know,
yeah, they got.
You can't just go up to nobody and just start. You know what I'm saying?
Like you know,
because a lot of people out there dying for shooting. It's like, you know, there's a lot going on out there. But when I came down here, it's like more happy. You know?
Like a lot, like easygoing.
Yeah. So
kind of remind me of like you been to New York.
Never.
No,
I want to go though.
You got to.
You been already?
Bro. It's like I'll tell people, bro. It's like you see it all the time, like on TV.
But it's different,
bro.
man.
Like you got to actually go like see it, like being in Times Square. Like, I said it was surreal, bro.
Yeah.
Like being like seeing all like the billboards and stuff, and just people walking, just hearing everything, all the horns honking and stuff. It's like, damn.
It's really like it on TV.
Like, it's really what it's like, huh?
Yeah.
You know, it's like fuck. I saw somebody get jumped though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did see somebody get jumped. It was after a comedy show too, bro.
In New York?
Yeah, it was in New York. Yeah, I saw somebody get jumped. It was crazy. It was outside of McDonald's too.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a story. It was like, I think the comedian or like the host. Somebody had it was over. I don't know if it was over a female or not, but
probably.
I was like, man, it better not have been. But I see all the dudes just surrounding dude. I was like, and they was having issues when they were in the club and stuff. And so I just see dudes steal off on like one or two of them, and then they start jumping them.
Damn.
And yeah, he dropped like 2 or 3 of them though.
Yeah, but
I ain't gonna lie, he got his licks in.
But he got beat.
Yeah, he got beat. It was like 6 or 7.
But at least he ain't go out like.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't go out
he
bad.
tried.
He ain't go out bad.
Yeah.
You know, he walked away from it. You know.
Right.
No, I had to see it at least once. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends like, hey, come on. I was like, bro, I gotta see this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in New York. I gotta experience everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, like that's the same way. Like you talking about how people in Louisiana got their guard up and stuff. Like New York, it's like that, but it's like I think it's like times 5. Like because
people out there rude as fuck.
Rude as fuck.
It's like a rumor, like
bro, like people will like straight bump into you, bro, and keep walking. Like
hard as fuck.
Like wait and look at you. What the fuck out? Like damn, like shit. Like my bad. Hey, me, I'm a Taylor. My bad, bro.
Yeah,
like,
right.
My fault, man. Like
nah, for real.
You know, it was a lady. Matter of fact, making eye contact with people, bro. No. We was on the way to Brooklyn Beach, I believe, bro. And there was a lady. She was like towards the back of the bus, and like me as a person, if I'm sitting there, bro, I'm looking around, I'm panning around, like I'm just looking like what's going on and shit. I guess I looked her direction one too many times, bro. Cause
but she just staying there.
Bro, she just went off on me.
Oh shit.
Like she just like straight up like, you got something to say? I was like, huh? I'm sitting there like, what? She's like, what? You keep looking over here or something? What? I was like. It's like, what, you got something? I was like, I'm in New York.
Yeah, don't do
I don't know. I was like, I don't know. All I did was sit there and just like, no. She's like, what? I was like, no, nothing. I'm chilling. Like, and thinking like the way she was getting aggressive and stuff. I'm like, bro, if this old lady come up here try to fight me.
She was old?
Yeah, she was like, she had to be like 50.
Oh,
like late 40s, 50s, probably. Something like that.
Yeah. I
don't know, but yeah, she was older. That's all I know, bro. She was just like aggressive as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh shit, like I was not looking at you like that. I just happened to look your direction. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like being from like the South and stuff, I'm like, oh shit, like I wasn't doing nothing, bro.
Right.
So
we got all the manners and all that. Yeah.
Like, but I say that and like. At the same time, bro, it was people like who were actually genuinely nice. Like it was one older man who told me like exactly how to get to Brooklyn Beach. He said, "You're gonna take this train, you're gonna take that train, that train."
Right.
And he was amazed that we were even from Texas. He was like, "No, He said he's lived in New York his whole life. He said He said he was born in Manhattan. He lived in I won't say he lived in the Bronx. No, he lived in Brooklyn for like he said 65 years.
Damn, how old was he?
He was like
He's
72, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he said I was born in Manhattan and lived in New York my whole life. And he asked me about this old ass music group from like Odessa and something from Texas. Yeah. I'm like, what? I was like, I think so. I forgot which one he asked me about, but it's like that's all the way in Odessa, bro. Like
you don't know.
I'm in College Station.
Yeah.
He's like, how far is that? I was like, it's like 10, 12 hours, bro. Like, man, I say it's like 8, 10 hours to Odessa. He's like, I'm on the other side of Texas. Like, so I don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? And to him, he thinking like he's been in New York. Like, the other side is like, it's right over there.
Right over
across
there.
the river. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
be like that.
But it's like I said, it's a different world. You know what I mean? And like I was saying earlier about changing perspectives, like it's something you just gotta do. You know what I mean?
Gotta jump out there, man.
Even going to like different just random cities. You know what I mean? Like even here, like going to like, cause where we at, it's hard. Like it's not far from places, but like even going to like places like Austin, Houston.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
hour
saying?
and so way and have some real fun. Yeah.
And like I said, it's something that's like it's different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, not to say like this is like not to say we in a bad area or nothing, but like
No.
you know, but for our people who are our age, like and doing what we do, I guess you
Right.
know what we try to do and what we aspire to do.
Right.
It, you know, we need something else to you know for that creativity. You know what I mean?
Got to prosper
So,
somewhere else.
you know
Yeah,
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? Like
Yeah.
you can't grow in somewhere you've outgrown. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's like
man.
you how many times you like ride? Do you ever like ride around College Station and like kind of just get tired of looking at it?
Man, I already did that too many
You know what I'm
times.
saying? Like
For real.
it's like man,
Yeah.
I've been here just like you see
I
everything.
need something new, man. I need a breath of fresh, you know what I'm saying? Breath of fresh air.
Mhm.
So,
If anything, just as like a hometown person, I would want to like I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I want to bring more things to the town.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? You know,
I mean, you definitely got to move out your hometown to grow for sure. Got to get out there.
even like I said, the year I had in Brenham is like what I learned about like shit. Like looking back on it now, it's like damn, I ain't know shit back then either. But it's like you know what I learned in that short year from where I was graduating high school to the point where I was going to work and stuff and
Right.
then going back to school. It's like I learned so much about just people. Much about like how I am as a person, you know what I mean?
You learn
And
that
it's
for
like
sure.
shit, and especially like say you get thrust into a place where you don't know nobody.
Yeah.
You don't know, like you know,
Yeah.
it's like damn, you gotta restart, you know.
Yeah.
So
I know the feeling for sure.
exactly, especially like I said, at our age, bro, because like we're at that point where it's like it's either you doing the same thing you're kind of doing when you were like growing up and you kind of on that same track, and or it's like you doing something different, completely different. You know what I mean?
Off the wall.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's like people see you, it's like, dang, you wait, what? You doing that? It's like
Yeah.
you like how many people you see like if you see anybody like after years, like they look just like completely different person and stuff.
Man, I done seen too many of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like don't even recognize them. It's like just what you gotta do. You gotta grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got
You
to.
know?
For
And
sure.
I guess the hardest part is like it's that like I guess it's that fear of the unknown. You know what I mean? I guess that's the good part. Like religion plays in things.
Are you religious?
Yeah. It's like a yes and no. It's like I grew up in a Christian household.
Yeah.
You know, and I still got the Bible right over there.
Right.
But it's like I feel like you got to read the Bible between the lines. You know what I mean? You got to read.
So, do you believe in God?
I believe
There's something.
there's a guy. I say like I would say the translation of God in the universe are more or less the same. You know what I'm saying? We that become of the universe. You know what I mean? Of the things of the universe. You know.
Oh, so you got to see
Yeah.
real. You got to see it to believe it. Type.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Okay.
become like I said. I think of it from like the base level because like in philosophy class we learned like about that kind of stuff, and we learned about different philosophers from like way back then. We talk about like everything just comes from like water, everything comes from fire. But then like think about it, everything comes from the light because like I said, the sun wasn't there. We wouldn't be able to see none of this. So how would we know if any of this is there if we ain't had the sun to start off with? You know what I mean? So that's why people like I say you look at people who worship the sun. The Egyptians worship the sun. You know what I mean? Because the sun causes everything grows towards the sun. You know, the sun does everything, provides life. You know, so it's like, yes, how could you say that's not God? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, it's like reading that Bible and everything, and reading about how like the way Jesus lived, and Jesus definitely walked this earth. Jesus definitely did walk this earth. You know, but you hear people like. You said people like talk about the Bible and stuff, and if it, like I said, it's the thing about like the rationale is the reality. So you know, if it works for you, you know what I'm saying, and you get all your blessings and you prosper with what you know, run with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I just feel a lot of time I don't like calling religions wrong. You know what I mean? Unless you just believing in some shit. It's like, damn. Even atheists. If you're an atheist and you believe like we just here, got full autonomy, we can do whatever. I can walk outside, slap the fuck out somebody. I ain't got nothing to worry about. This shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
ain't no good karma, ain't no bad karma coming back to me, bro. Just do what the fuck you want. Even if you believe that, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna stop you. You know what I mean? You know?
Right.
And like I said, it's just like I guess that's how I see life, you know? And like so going through everything, like just kind of, it still kind of switches up. Like you see things when what, it's crazy because I see what like, how I can prosper through Christianity, but then I see how I prospered when I wasn't necessarily following Christianity. You know what I mean? And just like, there are two different ways to prosper. You know what I mean? Right. More like that. It's just like you don't necessarily have to think of one as good or bad. You know, and like you're talking about with Jim Carrey and everything, it doesn't have to necessarily be good or bad. It's there. You know what I mean? And it's reality.
It is what it is.
You can take it into you can apply it to your life and take it as you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's another thing with like when it comes to like people like I don't know, like a personal level and like I guess how people see you as a person, you know, and just like the way you are naturally, you know, and all they can really do is just kind of take you for who you are. You know what I mean? From what they see. You know?
But you know when you have problems is when you're trying to change somebody.
Exactly.
That's why relationships usually don't work because the girl wanna think what they call it what they call it. You know how a girl like you or whatever. She'll have not false hope, but like she'll put you on a pedestal. Like you can't do no wrong. Okay. So when you
there's like no red flag.
Right. Okay. So when you mess up, it's like devastating to her. She's like, oh, I thought you would never do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had them too. You had her too high. You know what I'm saying?
Like without like fully knowing what you.
Right. You don't even know. You just like what you see. You don't know me.
Yeah, but exactly. You know, you have an idea. Of what
you
like,
have an idea.
I mean? And is it once somebody breaks that, that's why people break up. You know what I mean? You have that idea, that person. You know,
you don't really like them.
Exactly. And then once you see like something that you don't like, it's like it's a red flag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nah, I like red flags though.
You do?
Nah.
Yeah, you do.
And we do.
Yeah, you do.
We do, but we don't. You know what I'm saying?
It's red flags are good for the moment.
Exactly. Cause it's like damn.
Because they usually look good.
That was great. It was like that was amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then I don't know. When it comes to dating and stuff, I say I've never been in a relationship before. Like I've
never.
Okay.
I've been in a couple.
So it's like, for me, it's like getting to know somebody on just like a level.
Right.
Like, I guess it's how I am. I have to at least get to, you know, if we vibe, we vibe. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's really how I am, and just kind of see where it goes. You know what I mean?
Hold on. So how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay, 22.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Try to put everything.
You know, so like, yes, if we vibe, we vibe. You know, I've had situationships, obviously. Obviously, I've had plenty of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. Like for me personally, I don't know if I'm looking for just no. I do a lot of thinking on my own.
Yeah,
so it's like it's more or less to say you gotta learn how to just kind of let things be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like just
right.
You know, if somebody do you wrong, bro. It's kind of like you want to take this shit so fucking personally, bro. And like you just natural take this shit personally because as a person, you know, like man, I wouldn't have done this bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I see it. I take it personally because like I wouldn't have done this bullshit, and then you did it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but at the same time, you gotta look at it for what it is, and like, you know what, it is what it is, and gotta roll with it, you know. Because like I said, everything be good in the moment, you know.
Man, what?
And like I said, once it's gone, it's just like, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do now?
But I feel like relationships won't even work this day and age because you got city girls and you got Cardi B, like you got like they praise them so much. That's what I'm saying. They got them on that pedestal to where it's like, if I don't do this, and
you got to have this, and
you know
that,
what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So they'll never be happy. I mean, the ones that praise them, now the ones that don't praise them. You know, not saying they're bad people because they don't even do the stuff they be rapping about. So
exactly,
they're opposite of. Anyway, we ain't getting all that.
You know, like, but you watch what's his name? He was on. I did a couple podcasts about him because the shit was funny. It's Kevin Samuels.
Yeah,
bro. I was watching that when he talks to.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. I was watching that and. My dad put me on that actually, bro.
Yeah,
and
my boy put me on
it was just funny as shit.
Man, what?
And
He talking like, real though.
He tells some real shit, and the thing like about it is that like he was talking to men. He talking about like men first. You know what I mean? Like how to build yourself as a better man. You know?
Right.
And then he started talking about women. That's when he really blew up. You know, and started like helping women with their relationships and everything. And I don't know, like you gotta keep in mind though, men and women both have like weird, like not I don't say weird, but like. Everybody on a base level has like their own kind of like perception of how relationships should work. You know what I mean?
Right. Everybody got
they got based on whatever. And I was watching a video about that based on like when you're younger,
right.
Your parents and stuff, what you've seen,
right,
and then what you've gone through, what you've experienced,
right.
And so, I guess like at the end of the day, bro, you just gotta find that person.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody likes somebody to where it's like, okay, I let him do this because I like him so much. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that person. You got to just like somebody so much to where if he does cheat, which he will or which she will,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta like them, or y'all gotta have some kind of connection to keep y'all together.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Like I said, it can't just be just on looks and
Yeah, it can't
what you
be,
got.
but yeah,
You know
it
what I
can't.
mean?
You gotta be deeper than that.
Exactly. Man, this is another thing. Like I said, it goes back to just like where we live, where we at, you know, everything. And like I said, people, you be in your city and everything. You think like there's just no options out here. It's like damn. You go somewhere else, bro. It's just like there's a plethora of people that you just
Man,
have
what?
not met yet, bro. And it's beautiful women all over the place.
All
over the place.
everywhere,
Yes, and so it's like you just
literally.
there. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Coming up through like high school and stuff, and like kind of shedding it. I struggle with, like confidence issues and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, just I guess just like not being the biggest, strongest, fastest. Right. Even especially like I said, being like I was on crutches for like in a 3-year span, bro. I was on crutches for like maybe a good combined, 6 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
So half year.
Yeah. So it's like always being that kid is like always hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's like that was just me. But like I was like just in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I said, once you like stop overthinking it, get out your own head. Stop like I said,
That's
you keep
it.
going back to the shit over and over. But bro, it's like
okay.
That's what we talked about earlier. It's just the simplicity of it. You know, just stop overthinking it. You know, and just like learn how to like just roll with yourself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how like same thing with religion. You know, it's just like with people who like deeply believe in Christianity. You know,
right.
they just let Christianity just take them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They let the river take them, and or just let life take them, and then you just flow with it. That's all you can do.
Nah, for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean like. See, like you talk about like relationships and stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like on like a level of like, how you feel about marriage, bro?
Right now, I don't want to. I never get married.
Like never,
right now,
like never. Get
right
married?
now, I say that, but
I would too. What's your
like married as in like society married? Like I'm not finna sign over. Like I'm not doing that.
I was about to say
that's
that.
extra. We ain't gotta do that.
Yeah, like all the court stuff.
Yeah, like no.
I was about to say that, bro, because I have the same exact like mindset, like because I don't want to be together. Like when it comes to like being married and stuff, I don't want to be together just because we say we married. You know what I'm saying? I want like we together because we together. You know what I mean? And like, cause it's all taxes and stuff, joint taxes, and then
I forgot who talked about that, man. He was on like
there's an incentive into getting married.
Yeah,
exactly.
I forgot his name. I gotta tell you his name at the end of this. I forgot his name.
Really?
You probably didn't seen him before.
It's a podcast?
Yeah, not a podcast. Like he be on different podcasts. It's,
black guy.
Yeah. You know. He been on Breakfast Club. He been on like he'll talk like
he's a doctor.
Not Dr. Seb, not Dr.
Umar?
Not Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar.
It's another one. Like man, I can't think of his name right now.
Hey, white people, if y'all watching this, y'all gotta go look up all the people we talking about right now. All right. And like honestly, I feel like sometimes you gotta deep dive into other cultures, like to really understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's why, like a lot of times I'll watch like what's his name, Ben Shapiro. Like politics and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I watch Ben Shapiro. I ain't gonna never watch Fox News. I don't even like watching the news and shit. That shit. But like actually watching people like talk about like what they think about shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times like I'll hear like people say like I was reading that stuff and it's like people just live in a different world, bro.
Man, what don't even care about what Lil Wayne did? And, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like living, like don't even know like who it is. Like
don't care.
Mm-hmm. But even like then like. The way people just process the information and just have like a, I guess their thought processes and how they get to a conclusion or something. You know what I mean? And they stick with their conclusion. Like I'm talking about, like especially like politically and stuff. You know what I mean? Like they'll see one thing and it's like, how the fuck? How'd you get that? Out of that? You know
out of that. Yeah.
So same thing with women. Same
thing
with women.
That's the same thing I was finna tell you about. I went to this art show for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
My birthday just passed November 8th. So I just had a birthday, but we went to the art show, whatever. I ain't never been to an art show in my life. Like, never wanted to go to an art show. I said, man, I want to do something different. Because you gotta go to a strip club or something. We be in Atlanta or whatever, go, like, to a strip. But I wanted to go to, like, something different. So I went to an art show, and I was like, damn. Like, everybody's just, like, moving different. Like, of course, talking, yeah, I like to talk. And I've been around people that talk like that, but it's just, like, they don't talk about nothing but this. And if you talk about something else, they'll be like, what?
What you talking about?
But anyway, and keep talking about like
yeah,
they
like,
so in this world that they in, like they not even worried about what you talk. You know what I'm saying? Like not even thinking that, bro. So it's like a different.
well, was it like, so was it paintings and like was it everything like
Yeah,
sculptures?
there's painting, sculptures, water paintings, like everything. Little puzzles, all type of stuff.
You walk around drinking like a little water.
Man, we're getting drunk.
Exactly. And then so you just walk up and just like.
I mean, you gotta pay for your ticket online, so you got everybody there paid and everything. So
I'm thinking it's like you just walking around talking about art.
Man, that's
like,
all.
And it's
for
like
hours. And I'm like, this is my first one, so I'm like, oh, okay.
You don't do this. You know,
yeah. I'm just drinking and nodding.
Yeah. Like after you see a picture, it's like, yeah, it's a picture. You know,
that's it.
Yeah.
They see, that boy, they tell you a whole life story about it, man, and get deep into it to where they talking about their life story.
Exactly, like, how the picture make them feel. And
yeah,
it's like
wow. It make you look at it different. Like, let me try.
You know. And even then, like, I used to draw a lot, like, when I was in elementary school and stuff. And, like, it's, like, certain pictures, like, a certain land. Like, I'm, like, more like a landscape picture kind of person. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like, certain, like, drawing, like, a landscape or just, like, a good view or something. That's my kind of picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an ocean beach view, something. That's what I like. Or even, like, I love horizons.
Oh, yeah?
Horizons and, like, sky views and stuff.
You draw them?
I used to draw them a little bit in high school and stuff, but even just like seeing, like, I want to be one, like, being able to take a picture, like take a video, put music behind it.
All type of shit.
But even then, like, let's say even like a beach or anything, or like some like dunes, mountains, or anything. I want to do that with everything. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And like this, but you talk about it, like talk about art and stuff. It's like same way we talk about rap or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's so many different genres, so many different things that go into it and stuff. And speaking of art, bro, like you buy artwork and stuff. Like buying artwork in the way like artwork appreciates and stuff too.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a good investment for sure. Yeah.
What was that? Jay-Z talk about that all the time. You know, he said I bought this painting for $50,000. Like 20 years later, it's worth $2 million. Like, like
come on, he putting y'all on game.
Exactly.
But like, they ain't listening.
Exactly. And even then, like I have like my roommate's cousin, his cousin draws all the time.
Yeah.
And like he was posting stuff, and like I think somebody that like Kanye West follows liked it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's big right there,
exactly,
bro.
You know what I mean? And so,
because that's all it takes for Kanye to buy it, like,
and like somebody see it, like, bro, I like that. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you a famous artist.
That's it. That's all it takes.
Exactly.
Bro. So like, keep going because you never know what happens, bro. That's crazy.
And everything. I got the same kind of picture like that. This one dude, he drew a picture of Sha'Carri Richardson, and but I saw this other picture he had. It was like a Houston Dream Team. So it has I have the shirt. If I had it available, I'd show it. But Houston Dream Team, it was shout out to CJ, because I saw him on Twitter because he had my same name.
CJ, so
yeah,
cool?
C-Jack.
Oh, CJ,
yeah,
okay.
CJ. I was like, CJ. I said, that's me. So no, he had it's like in the middle, it's like Olympic team. It's like DJ Coach Screw in the middle.
Yeah.
And it had like Slim Thug, Lil Flip, like Bun B,
everybody.
Mike Jones, Zero, Trey the Truth, Scarface. Everybody was on there. And so stuff like that, like just putting it out there and just putting it, just keep going.
That's
you know
it.
What I'm saying? Just roll with it.
That's it.
We've been saying that's the Keep Going podcast, bro. We've been saying that the whole time.
Yeah, you got to. Got to.
This your first podcast you ever been on?
It's my first podcast I ever been on, bro.
You like it?
Hell yeah, I love it, bro.
No, it's like, and really, this is like the way the podcast game is going too. So many people are starting podcasts.
Man,
you can start podcasts about anything. Like those, a lot of people like them true crime podcasts.
Yeah.
Shoot, I do the sports podcast on the side with this too.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
So talk about like just whatever. That one's gonna. That's y'all see that one coming after a while. Next couple of weeks.
That's the one you like better than this one, or what?
I feel like it could be more.
Oh shit!
I like to be more serious. I don't want to say serious with this one. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess like when I'm talking about sports, I'll talk about sports just freely. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
So it's like if I'm gonna have like a podcast about sports, it's just gonna be sports. You know what I mean? Because I'll talk about basketball, baseball, football, whatever, boxing, MMA, whatever. But then like when it comes to like I guess just regular podcasts, I want more just like the, actually trying to talk. I don't want to say talk about something else, but like at the same time, yeah, because I get to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get to learn and listen.
Logical.
Yeah. Exactly. So But even then, you know, I get to learn, ask questions, and then I get to even show like, hey, I got I
Yeah, you know what you talk about
you
too.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
stuff I know about too. Like I
Right.
said, it's like that's the whole point of everything I do. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perspective and just getting to know people and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But this shit right here, bro, it's gonna be big, bro.
You know
I'm
what I'm
telling you,
saying?
it's gonna be
So
big.
once we, well, but no, Joe, you the first video podcast too, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yes,
Bet.
you are the first video
We
podcast.
gonna be big.
We gonna be getting it out there. So now it's big. We had an hour and 10 minutes, bro.
Already?
Already.
Damn.
Yep.
I feel like 30 minutes. Bro.
Exactly.
Damn, that's crazy.
Shit, it's a good part to cut it off though. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to
yeah,
you.
go.
Alright, but yeah, no, we gonna cut it off right there. You already know what it is. Follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and now we on videos. Follow on YouTube while you at it.
Yes,
Follow
sir.
on Amazon Podcasts as well. We gonna get it out there. We gonna get it big.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Joe, you wanna plug anything right there?
Oh yeah, go and follow me on Instagram at nuts. No, not nuts in your mouth. That's my Snapchat. Nuts in your mouth. Okay. But anyway, that's the story behind that. But Instagram is Girl is Joe, and Twitter is Joe_Kane. Shut me out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all tune in for the next one, and it's only beginning.
Big.
Y'all be easy, please.
Hey.